This icebreaker of a joke about a man on a cliff. There was an atheist going rock climbing. He was climbing the mountain, and while he was on the mountain, his foot slipped, and he started sliding down the mountain. But he caught a limb, and while he was hanging on the limb, he looked up to the sky and said, I don't really believe in you like that, but Lord God, if you are up there, if anybody is up there, if anybody up there can hear me, please help me, please speak now, tell me what to do. And then he heard a voice say, my son, I'm up here. Just let go of the branch. I got you. I will catch you. And the atheist said, is there anybody else up there? So 2 things about that joke. Number 1, I'm not a comedian. But each one minister according to his or her ability. And number 2, how willing are we to let go of our fear in order to take hold of and embrace our vision? Speaking of vision, I just want to get on so that all of us could be on one accord. I want to talk to you about what I mean when I say vision. And to me, vision is simply a mental picture of where you want to be. But it's not just a want. It's a goal. It's something that you take seriously. It's imbued with your passion, with your emotion. And so how do you know many of us have had visions. Remember your ex? Yeah, you had a vision about it. You want, But how do you know if the vision you have is the right vision? I believe that when you have the right vision, it will move you. It will motivate you. It will mobilize you. It will push you into taking massive action. That's when you know that you're on the right track. When you actually feel that vision. And so if we learn to cast the vision, the right vision, the energy will be going in the right direction. So in other words, when we get met with negativity, people not believing in our dreams, people not believing in our vision, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And what comes to mind right now are the 12 spies. The 2 spies, Caleb and Joshua, came back after peeping out the promised land and said, oh yeah, we can take them. We got this. The other spies, they said that those giants, we look like grasshoppers in our own eyes. So what I would like to encourage you all to do is don't look like a grasshopper in your own eye. If you're a little kitten, see yourself as a tiger. Because we know how the story went. They took the land. That just came to me right there. I wanted to share that right there. But there are clues about your vision. And I just want, the reason why I want to share this, because I want to encourage entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs. Because for those of us who are entrepreneurs, we can be of service to those who are aspiring to be entrepreneurs. And we can do this by taking inventory of what it is that God has blessed us with. Our talents, our gifts, our abilities. All of this, there is always something that you can share with someone else to help them. And if you are the one who needs help, which I think that's all of us, there's always somebody. God will always send you somebody. Once you cast the vision, once you write the vision and make it plain, it will not lie. It will speak in the end, and it will tell the truth. It's for an appointed time. Just hold on to it, and you will see how important vision is. The scripture says that without vision, the people perish. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not rewriting the Bible or nothing, but I think it's safe to assume that if without vision the people perish, then with vision the people thrive. That's right. And so what I'm looking forward to is seeing a thriving people, a prospering people, people with fulfilling work. Everyone wants work that is fulfilling to their hands. Some people can be making $200,000 a year, $2.5 million a month, but they don't feel fulfilled. Had this vision. They sat down with a pen and some paper and they sketched it out. Nothing happens unless first a dream. And a theologian, Henry Thoreau, once said, "Go confidently in the direction of your dream. Yes. Live the life that you always imagined." That's Visions on the Move. When I heard about that thing, Visions on the Move, I got to moving. I was asked to speak, and I had my idea about what I was going to say about motivation and encouragement. But then when I heard Visions on the Move, I said, oh, well, I'm going to take your theme and I'm going to use it as the title for my talk, because I just love that. And that just excites me and that moves me, because I love speaking about vision and I love doing. Mm-hmm. Because it's one thing to cast the vision, but then you have to actually do. And no one can do your doing for you. Amen. They can help, they can encourage, they can inspire, they can give you a fish sandwich, and they can teach you how to fish. But it's up to us to decide that we're going to own our own fishing boats. That's right. And teach others how to own their own fishing boats, where they can start a fishing business. I come from a family of musicians, ministers, and entrepreneurs. So I grew up around creating your own job, and I've created some. As most musicians probably know, when you're a musician, you're basically self-employed anyway. Mm-hmm. So my daddy has been an entrepreneur all of my life. And my mother, she became, first, it started off, she was working a regular job, and employed, and she thought about it. Well, I can do this myself. I can hire myself out. Doing a home health self-care. Keep that money to myself. Then she got another vision. Well, I can set up my own personal care home. I can do that for myself. And it's going on about 40 years that she's been in that work. And I tried to get her to retire, but she won't listen. Because again, when you love what you do, it's not work. That's your vision. And it's a reason why it's pressing in on you. It's divine. It's not just some, wishful thinking why you're obsessed with wanting to help people and bring something forth. That's a calling. That's a purpose. It's a reason for that. So what I would like to just ask you all is, what do you see? When we talk about vision, we're talking about image, that mental picture. What do you see when you close your eyes and you think about yourself and you picture yourself? What is it that you see? And how do you feel about what you see? Because we may have a vision about how we want our lives to be, and then there's how our life is in reality. And the bigger the gap is between where we are and where we want to be, the more pain that there is. It may go anywhere from a slight discomfort to frustration, all the way to debilitating depression at times. But I invite you all to network with each other, not compete with each other. I think the only person we should be competing with is the person we were yesterday. Being better than who we were yesterday. Amen. But when it comes to everyone else, we should be cooperating with each other and seeing what we can do together as a unit, as a family, as a neighborhood, as a community, all over the world. I heard the word visionary earlier. When you become a visionary, a true visionary, in fact, I don't think that you're a real visionary until people start questioning your sanity. It was Steve Harvey. I know he's not very popular right now, but he gave a good quote to the guy who plays the character of Hakeem on Empire. He told him, Rashir Gray, I think he just played in the New Edition movie. Steve Harvey told him, if you want to kill your dreams, tell them to small-minded people. Tell them to small-minded people. Because when you say, I'm going to start a restaurant, or I'm going to run for senator, or I'm going to start an orphanage, here comes all the reasons that people want to tell you why you can't. But God says that you can. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. God says that you can. It was a setting not too different from this. There was a church with pews, and there was a preacher standing up preaching to two people, and that is the whole church full of people. But he decided that he was going to preach to the two people on the front pew. This was in 1903. The preacher is going off on the two people on the front pew, telling them that they were going to go to hell because they practicing black magic and they doing the devil's work. That man was the father of these two men that he was preaching to, telling them that they were going to hell for black magic, doing the devil's work. Raise your hand if you've ever taken a flight, if you've ever flown on an airplane before, jet, helicopter. Those two men who were sitting on that front row were Orville and Wilbur Wright, the Wright brothers, who created the airplane. Their dad told them that they were doing the devil's work. They're trying. If God wanted man to fly, he would have gave him wings.
That's true.
So when you're a visionary, you start inventing stuff. Now, we throw that term around loosely, inventing, but if you really think about invention, you're talking about creating something that does not yet exist. People are going to think you might be a little, a little out there, you know. But it's a reason why that dream is pressing in on you, why you keep having that vision and you can't shake it. So I want you all to consider entrepreneurship if you're not yet an entrepreneur. I believe that there's always some work that you can do. Even if you have a regular stream of income, you can go into something else and get you multiple streams of income. If you had a vision, but you haven't been paying any attention to it recently, pick it up off the shelf, dust the cobweb off, and get that vision on the move. Get that vision on the move, because there are things that you can